What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Today I'm joined by Socko, as you can see, as we do a preview and predictions ahead of the FAI Cup final between Shamrock, Rovers and Dundalk. Socko, how are things?
Yeah, very well. Thanks for having me on.
Obviously, here to talk about the Cup final. What are your initial feelings towards it?
Yeah, two best teams in the country. Should be a very good game. It's the showpiece kind of event of the season. Um, should be a great game, but you could say Dundalk are slight underdogs going into it. Obviously, they finished the league pretty poorly. Didn't win any of their last three. Pretty much scraped a Europa League place or like a European place. Whereas on the other hand, Rovers have had a week off to prepare. Didn't have to fly to Mold midweek and play 90 minutes. And Dundalk, or Rovers, as we know, finished the league incredibly strongly and are going on Sunday, hopefully, to go the season unbeaten domestically. So, yeah, it'll be tight as always, as cup finals usually are. But I think just all these factors are kind of going into Rovers' favour.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think yourself?
Yeah, I'd tend to agree. Do a little thing I was thinking of, maybe are Dundalk more used to playing at the Aviva than Rovers might be a little bit more used to the surface there, but the whole kind of it's a cup final feeling, so they might be more used to that. They've had some big games this season, Dundalk, in terms of playing in the Aviva and having some big moments, and they've been okay. Obviously, the KI Classic, is it? That game comes to mind. I do think both sides probably set up with five at the back, like just kind of both kind of like they both kind of played that a little bit the last couple of games of the season and stuff, and I think both sides will probably be waiting for the other one to do something first nearly. I do think Rovers will probably be on the front foot though if I had to pick someone to be. I think the likes of Aaron McAnuff will probably get on top in the midfield. Let's say Jack Byrne, of course, will be there. Graham Burke, Aaron Green. I'm not sure. I don't think he's fit at the moment. He might miss out, so that's a bit of a loss up top.
And an ankle injury, they were saying to him, so he's kind of touch and go. And Roberto Lopez was a close contact to someone, so he's touch and go as well. But Stephen Bradley was saying that Aaron McAnuff he said he's the best kind of ball playing midfielder in the country. So he'll be really integral to their success on Sunday. Jack Byrne, Graham Burke, as you said, as cup finals usually go, as you said, one team will be waiting for the other to make a mistake. Both might be just cautious for the first little while. It's worth remembering too, 5 of the last 10 FAI Cup finals have been finished on penalties. There's something that both teams might have been looking at throughout the week. Dundalk were playing last night, to Mold, lost 3-1.
3 headers, I think they conceded, wasn't it? 3 headers.
Three headers they conceded. Pinpoint crosses. I think it was 1 corner and two other crosses. So pretty poor from a defensive point of view. Flowers scored a screamer in the last minute, which was just a consolation. But to be honest, I watched the game and Dundalk could have conceded 5 or 6. If it wasn't for Mould missing an open goal and Rodgers made 2 fine saves. So they've been kind of really frustrating and poor in Europe overall. Really poor defensively, have shown flashes of brilliance, but there were a good few changes made last night to rest a few players. Duffy, Mountney, McElhenney and Darrell Leahy were all benched. A few came on, so it's clear they have an eye towards Sunday to put out their best 11.
Definitely, yeah. And it is something where, like, it has been a poor year for Dundalk. There's no two ways about it. And the fact that they got to a group stage of Europa League and a cup final nearly kind of papers over the cracks for me a bit in terms of how they've actually played. In the Europa League, they played against the Faroese side in the group stage, which is as good a draw as you can get. Sorry, in the group stage playoff game. And then before that, they had a couple of nice fixtures as well. Compare that to Rovers with AC Milan and stuff. And then, of course, Athlone, in the semi-final of the Cup. I know they beat Bows actually away in the quarterfinal, which is a great win, but Athlone in the semi-final is a lovely, lovely draw. So there is some element of papering over the cracks of what has been, I think, a poor season. And there's a lot of off-field issues there. There's so many players up out of contract come the end of the season, and there's could be a lot of movement for Dundalk. So the future for the club doesn't look particularly bright. So it's just going to
And
be interesting to see.
I totally agree, and it's really funny to. You're totally right. I'd agree, but it's really funny to say that, like,
Yeah,
little bit of papering over the cracks, like they've been on this amazing journey, and it was an incredible achievement to qualify. And you were looking at the what was it? If they won 1 point, it was like
yeah,
X amount, 100. It
yeah.
was
Great.
190,000 euro for a
Something like
point
that.
or
I think.
something like that,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like 300 odd for a win. So
yeah,
they had a huge opportunity when they qualified. But obviously they haven't picked up a point yet, and
yeah. I feel like they
are
should have as well. Like there's points there on the board. I think for them
they
that
should
they
have,
could have
like,
got.
yeah, they were leading in Tala Stadium when Mold came to visit,
Yeah,
and they let that Rapid Vienna away game slip like really easily.
yeah, yeah.
And obviously Arsenal on Thursday, uh, many wouldn't give them much of a hope again getting
No,
a point
absolutely
against
no,
them.
no.
So it's really funny to say that, but there's a lot of uh, contracts, there's a lot of sorting out to do, and possibly if they get a result on Sunday, it might turn a few players' heads, and
Yeah,
I might give it another year.
yeah. It could be a huge game in terms of that aspect. Like they need to win it to convince a few to stay or something nearly like. But I think a lot are kind of seeking because I've had the same kind of core group for a good few years now. So it seems like a lot are wanting to seek a new challenge after this season, which is interesting. But yeah, for Rovers, they seem a lot more structured defensively. They don't have as many individual errors at the back there. I think Jack Burns' corners delivery is a great ball in. Dundalk have shown those weaknesses from those kind of positions. So I think Rovers potentially will be targeting things like that. In terms of prediction, Soccer, what would you go with scoreline wise?
Um, I think apart from one of the years, most FAI Cup finals are like there's only a goal in it,
Mm,
and of course 5 of the last 10 are won on penalties.
yeah,
If it doesn't go to penalties, I'd be inclined to say Rovers 1-0. Um, I think Dundalk are just kind of too weak at the back.
Pat Hoban missing as well, of course, actually as well.
Yeah, of course. I know the Europa League is kind of like a probably step up from Rovers, but I think Rovers just have enough quality on the ball to get the ball in the net against Dundalk. So I'd probably say 1-0 Rovers. Yeah, what about yourself?
Yeah, of course, the Aaron Green situation, the Pico Lopez situations are ones to be keep an eye on, because they both be huge losses. They're not playing simple as that. Could genuinely affect the scoreline. Pico Lopez has been probably the best defender in the league this season, so his involvement will be crucial, of course. But yeah, I think Rovers will be too strong. I think they probably get. I think I can see them getting the first half goal. Um, and then Dundalk maybe in the second half kind of trying to push on a little bit, and then I think Rovers will get the second on the breaker, because I don't think Dundalk will like dominate the game at all. I think Rovers will probably have more of the possession and stuff, but I think Dundalk will obviously try and find the equaliser. I think Rovers will get another on the break and they'll finish 2-0. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if like Dundalk, the latter stages of the game become really leggy, with the amount of
Yeah,
matches they've had to play. I think like the last 4 or 5 midweeks they've had a Europa League game,
yeah,
which is a bit kind of blessing and a curse. You
mm,
love to be there, but
yeah.
when it comes to the last 20 minutes of an FAI Cup final, you have to have the legs in you. Yeah, I'd probably go Rovers 1-0. I think that week off to prepare,
Yeah,
training away, video analysis, I think that'll do them a huge amount of good.
definitely.
I think it's a 6:40 kickoff live on RT2 on Sunday. So yeah, hopefully it's a really good game.
Hopefully it'll be a good game. Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining me today, Socko. Make sure to leave your
Pleasure.
comment your prediction down in the comment section down below. Do like the video if you did enjoy, and make sure to subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in a bit.